This looks like the veins running through your body.
Right.
And there's quite a few of them.
About the color of my blood right now.
New build show alert. So we're teaming up with our buddies at BBI. They're working on a really cool project, a 911 Hillclimb Pikes Pikes special.
Pikes Peak is, in my mind, it's like tomorrow. You know, we should have started last year.
We're gonna follow these guys to Pikes Peak and hopefully you guys set a record.
There's not enough hours, is there?
Good morning. We're back at BBI Auto. This is my first time here. It's pretty cool to look around, but I gotta check in with the team and see what's going on here. I'm just coming to check on some progress, see where they are. I see them already looking into the car in the shop.
Next, the fire system up to all the fire buttons.
Oh, well, hello guys.
Hi. See you here.
What you working on?
A Pikes project here. Jeremy and I are just kind of going over wiring right now. We got the main harness here, but all the little sub harnesses that go to you know, everywhere, like the little sub harnesses that come off of here that go to the dash and then up front and then, you know, ABS sensor, wheel sensor, all that stuff.
There's a lot laying around.
Yeah, so we were working all weekend. Took out all the old liquid to air system that we spent so much time building back in the day. C&R built us a pretty trick intercooler. We just got it today too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, a core that it's going to occupy the entire back of the car here. The tube and fin, not a barn plate, so it's quite light. And this puppy's going to sit right about, actually right about here like this.
Straight up?
Yeah.
Cool.
Inlets will be down here. Discharge to the throttle body will be right here. And the air coming down over here is going to run through the core. Keep it nice and happy and cool off. But this is a really, really trick core they made us. Really tight tube and fin, a lot of turbulator counts, minimized pressure drop, and tons of thermal, potential for thermal exchange.
So what's the goals for this week?
This week we want to have the engine built, all the wiring in it. I'd like to start cranking it for oil pressure this week. All next week tuning and hanging turbos, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at right now.
So getting pretty far, but still
long road to go.
Long road to go.
Progress. I don't know if you saw yet, but maybe you got to go back there and check out what Dimitri's doing. He started hogging out the block already, and
we'll head over there.
Yeah.
Check out what Dimitri's doing. Leave you guys to it because I don't want to get in your way.
No, well, don't be in my way. Actually, I need you to help. So you need to put the camera down, and you probably do some late nights with us.
You might see me at late nights. So I'm no stranger to late nights and hustling to get things done. But you guys have a lot on your hands. I'm gonna go check out this engine. Ah, found him. Dimitri working on the engine?
Yeah, man.
What are we doing?
Well, we run these cylinders now on this specific engine. They are bigger, so they don't fit.
Okay.
So this is a stock hitch block, and so then we use this big Bertha, as old as I am.
Big Bertha. Pretty fitting for this big old machine. And then what holds that in place?
So there are water boxes that these sit in.
Mm-hmm.
And then they sit, the water box assembly with the 3 cylinders will bolt in on top, and they'll sit roughly like that.
Gotcha. So just scuffing it.
Just scuffing it,
Yeah. And that's all the clearance you need, but I know that this is a big process.
Measure 355 times, cut 1.
Yeah, exactly. That's a lot more times than I usually measure, which is probably never. So how many more you got to go? You got 2 down?
Got 2 down, I got 4 more to go.
4 more to go? All right. Well, get after it. I won't hold you back.
Copy paste.
Well, that's all done. Old Big Bertha did her job. Dimitri pulled that stuff out and is cleaning it up. Let's go check it out, see what he's doing, see the next step. I don't even know where he has to go from here, but let's see what he's up to. What you got going on now?
Well,
Quenching.
machining these cases. Now we gotta rinse them off so they don't stain. And then it's off to Jared to get assembled.
Assembled? So you have to clean all this stuff off because the chemicals in it would...
The coolant is just sticky and it's not very nice. I mean, these are gonna go in the ultrasonic cleaner anyway. So
Oh, okay. And then you send them off?
Well, no, they go right next door to Jared.
Oh, send them into that door.
Send them to the door.
So there's a whole
Jared
lot of
can,
process.
Start the assembly process. He'll hook the crank.
No, I forgot you tell me everything is assembled in-house, so yeah, that's
Jared
amazing.
Jared will line it all up, so.
I've got to determine what we're going to use
Well,
on our keypad.
I'll start.
How much on our keypad?
I'm gonna
I know
strip
I'm
it.
going to need this.
I'm gonna
I
strip
know
it.
I'm going to need that.
I'm gonna strip it and I'll pattern it.
Yep. So that we can make a new template.
See how much goes into this? They're literally trying to figure out everything. I heard him just say, "What is that for?" So it's just kind of what wiring goes through everything. You're gonna have to figure every single system out. That's why the factory harness is lying on the ground. So gotta go back and forth, figure out every system. It's part of it. It's just really time consuming and tedious. Look, you're just surrounded in a mess of wires.
Yeah, we have
360 degrees.
all around. Let's look at the stock harness right here. And our biggest challenge.
This is a factory harness.
This is
for
the
car.
factory harness that came out of the car from Porsche Motorsport. So
This looks like the veins running through your body.
Right.
And there's quite a
That's
few of
about
them.
the color of my blood right now. So we're putting all this together. You know, we've got the new harness. That's the back half of the engine harness. That's the back tail light and sensor harness for the back of the chassis. Mid harness, and then the main harness is in the car currently. So,
It's all, what, Raychem?
Yep, all Ray
It
Cam,
looks good.
all hermetically sealed and beautiful by James Lynn Motorsport.
Looks amazing.
And Nate has been helping us a lot too. So I mean, it's crazy how many heads and minds have to work together to get it all done. You know, it's not just like, oh, well, we need a harness for a car. Or,
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about just little things like yaw sensor, steering wheel angle sensor.
Like when you look in the back of these, right?
Yeah.
These are all labeled because this is a real slick system. So you have, you know, cool. Every single thing is
Yeah.
labeled with a different function. All your coils.
Yeah, then you have your 6 exhaust gas, or 3 per bank exhaust gas temperature sensors. This is your drive-by wire for the throttle body. What is this? Fuel pressure,
Yeah, this is a very important harness here.
alternator. Just got a lot of stuff. Little.
It's cool that
breakouts.
everything's nice and mil spec too, as you'd
Yeah.
expect in a car like this. But
Yeah, they did a nice job. But now we're coming to the point where, well, this pin doesn't reach over here quite, but just little things like the proper connector on your battery kill switch and fire system has to all be integrated in there. So you got to think about all that stuff. All your brake pressures, because we decided to do away with that actual brake pressure switch or brake light switch. So
Yeah.
we're just doing it off brake pressure through
Oh,
the
okay.
Vortex, so it's all integrated in the harness.
so, and speaking of brakes, like I saw you battling something with lights.
Yeah.
What was going on with that?
It turns out in this year of Porsche, they made 2 different taillights that look identical, but the connector, as simple as this little keyway here, is offset by about the thickness of it on the taillight. So this doesn't want to clip in properly. So now we have to either buy a new taillight or just find the new end. But then trying to find that stuff from Porsche, they're like, oh, but you need the whole harness, you know.
It's
so,
easier to get the head or the taillight, right?
Yeah, easier to just get the taillight in some cases, you know.
See, and that's what we were saying. This is a thing that's often overlooked in builds like this.
Yeah.
And to me, the hugest headache.
Yeah.
You have to go through stuff like you're just playing around with that today.
Yeah.
You know, and just you're going through a checklist and trying to find all these different things. You see, there's papers everywhere, a whole bunch of stuff written out on me. You have to go down through the checklist, and that being one thing, taillight, and that can hold you back for quite a while. You're not even thinking about
it.
it.
You need to have functioning taillights and headlights for the event, and then.
Imagine that you go through this entire build.
Oh wait, our
to get your
taillights don't work.
taillight.
And you know, the daunting thing about tasks like this, when the time frame is short, you almost don't want to make the task list. But you're like, okay, now the reality's starting to hit that we might not make it, because every time you touch and do something, the list goes. You check one off, but you had to check 6 other things off to make that one thing go away.
Exactly.
You know, so.
And you had to talk to 2 or 3 guys to figure out how to do
4
it.
guys. I mean, Jeremy's in there on a conference call with the guys who made the harness. They're being really helpful. We're doing an entire go over back on the entire, essentially how they architected the whole thing, pin by pin by pin, and yeah. So
That's it. That's the pain.
Yeah.
And then you got Jared over there
hammering away
spraying
at the
stuff
engine.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the other engine case going on right now. I think he's hanging on the stand, and
We were gonna check in with him because you got quite a mess. You have a mess, and well, he was confident before that he's got the easiest part today, is what he said.
yeah,
So
I know, that's what he keeps
he
saying.
said, "I'm not worried about
I'm
this
like,
at
look,
all."
just go in there and zen out. Don't even.
Yeah.
You tell me, what do you want? Some food? You want whatever?
Yeah,
Just chill out.
he's got such a cool process too. It's fun to just watch him set up and be so organized.
The thing
And-
about him is it doesn't matter if he's in a rush or not. He's like, I'll build the engine one way, and this is how it's going to go. Click, 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 go through my steps. I'm not going to shortcut anything. I'm not going to rush anything. And if I can't do it perfectly, I don't even want to do it.
Yeah.
So you just have to kind of like let him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna check in with him. Good luck with all of this.
Yeah, thank you. So I just asked Jared how he's doing.
I just came in to check it out.
Yeah, and I just asked him how he's doing, and he goes, "I'm tired." And I know why he's tired. It's not because of this, because he has a 4-month or 5 month, 5-month-old boy at home. I remember that, and that was like no sleep. And then we're asking him to do this. So
Hey man, I hope you didn't have anything else to do today. 'Cause you gotta build this engine for Pikes Pikes Car.
yeah, he's like, yeah, nothing else, but try to sleep because I slept 3.5 minutes last night. But
Yeah, man, take a nap. I'll take over.
yeah, you got this.
No.
So the pump actually is slotted a little bit, and you have to align it in what you want.
Nailed it first try.
Never mind.
Sometimes it takes like a half an hour.
Yeah, because you don't want any preload here between the intermediate shaft and the oil pump. So
You can touch it. It's just that means it's perfectly aligned.
All right, Jared, go home, get some sleep.
more things have to go in here first.
Well, he's off to a good start.
Yeah. You really want coffee?
He's like, really? Yes. Cool. I'll leave you to it. I'm gonna get out of your way. Hopefully this man gets some sleep tonight.
Good to go. Beautiful. So it's 9 o'clock. Jared just finished gluing the cases together. This is the heart and soul of the beast. Looks like Bobby and Jeremy are making good headway here. I'm messing around with getting the dash to get a template. We'll get some carbon fiber in the morning. Jeremy also got the dash installed. It's coming along. It's coming along. Tuesday, June 11th. We got some carbon fiber in. We're gonna make our replacement dash pieces here. We decided while we're in here, pull out all the water lines which are out there, clean them all up. Subframe, this is the lower subframe and the control arms. I found a tear in one of the bushings, so we're gonna replace that. And then the steering rack, just going through it real quick because 1 hour of just kind of checking things over and cleaning could save a lot of time, which we actually just found in that bushing. So it's good that we're kind of trying to go over this stuff even though we're in like full panic mode. And then we're like, oh, by the way, let's take the fuel cell out so we can inspect and check it out. And so it's kind of cool to see what a fuel cell looks like outside of the car. Or the steering column goes right through here, down through the rack, and it just kind of just folds its way into the car with two big mounts on each side here. But that all sits right down in here. Go check on Jared real quick, see what he's up to. I think he's cutting rings. And Jared has to go through every single ring here. Grind, dial indicate, and make sure they're fine. Check your ring end gaps, oil ring, second and first. We'll leave them be. So now that the intercooler end tanks are all designed out, we knew how big of a chunk of metal we needed to have cut. There it is, a lot of raw metal. That's a two-personer right there, but we're gonna cut away like 95% of the weight of all of this stuff and recycle it into beer cans for beer money. So baby Einstein here is gonna start hammering all this metal out today in there, in the old trusty. Should be cool. All right, here we are. The first time this engine's been in this car, Saturday, June 15th. And the chassis is coming down, as you can see, slowly. Jared's gonna figure this shit out.
But Tim, engine installed. Take 2.
Take 17. Sheesh. The engine's in there.
She's so hung. Temporarily.
Good job.
Dropping back into BBI. It's been a little while since I've been here. I gotta check in and see where they're at. They had so much to do last time I was here. There was not an engine in the car, it was in pieces. Well, I can hear them laughing, so that's always kind of a good sign. And it looks like there's a lot of progress. What's up, Tim?
Welcome back.
Dimitri?
Hey, man.
Guys, how are ya?
Good. Good.
Looks a lot different than the last time I saw it.
Yeah, it's been a long week. Long weekend, but extremely productive.
Yeah.
Everybody on the team, everybody's been thrashing. So
Last I saw, this was all bits.
yeah, this was all apart. Last time you saw it, now it's together. We bolted it all together. It's not finally assembled yet though, but we've finished the fuel system, kind of basic layout. So now we're gonna have to secure everything, heat sleeves and stuff. We got the wire harness and everything speaking to each other right now from an electronic standpoint. So Sandra and Dimitri are just going through and they're really essentially establishing all the controls and
So they get the laptop sent out and they're checking through every
now
single.
because all of these sensors, you know, EGT, we've got wastegate shaft travel pressures, wastegate duty cycle control, RPM for the turbos. So all that stuff we're gonna have to either put in here or whatever, but instead, since we're not there yet, they just plugged them all in and went through and assigned channels for every system.
Okay.
So that's now that we know everything's working, now the engine's gonna come back out here in the next hour or so.
And that's why the stand's still on it?
That's why the stand's still on it, yeah. Yeah, so once the engine's gonna come back out, we're gonna then put all the sensors on the engine itself where they do all belong, because they won't be here anymore. And then hopefully tomorrow's Tuesday, tomorrow night will be final install for the engine, and then we're gonna start fabbing intercooler, all the boost lines, and then turbo hangers, and then some of the duct work. But as we started, we were just working our way back. We treat the car in thirds: the front half, or the front third, the cabin, and then the back half. And so everything up there is done. So all the headlights,
What?
yeah.
Already?
The only thing that's not finished is the big front splitter and putting the fuel cell lid on. But all this
Okay.
stuff, the headlights work.
Yeah, so I remember last time you guys had all the cooling stuff.
Yeah.
And that was all thrown out in the side, but then now you've cleaned everything up.
Yeah, so then the cabin is almost finished. Aside from wiring and sensor checks, that's pretty much finished from a hardware
Yeah,
standpoint.
so the dash, everything's all in.
We still do need to mount all the ECUs, but that's not going to be done until the last minute because
Right.
they're going to be coming in and out of the car. And then along with all that progress, we still have a lot to do though, especially on the safety side of things. We got in touch with Pegasus. They're our go-to for everything race car almost. They really good company that we've been working with. Actually, even before BBI, I remember working with them when I worked for Porsche, and even before that on the race teams, we'd always just order.
Got to keep it safe.
Yeah,
Because
so we're doing.
it's about the scariest race there is.
Yeah, so then, as you noticed, no seat, no belts, and no roll bar padding in here right now. So we're gonna,
Yeah.
we got all that coming from them, and we ordered a few more things from the fire system and a couple other.
So that all has to come in too. So you have fire suppression, like
Yeah,
I'd assume.
it's all plumbed now. We had to order some nozzles from them and some tubing. So that's all done. It's all dialed
And that's
in.
basically the rest of the interior is just all the safety stuff.
Yeah, we'll drop the belts in from Sawbelt that they're sending us, and then all the roll bar padding, the seat, and we're gonna use our lower base. So
Wow.
that should be here tomorrow.
Yeah,
Tomorrow,
they're super quick.
Yeah.
I've had to order through them plenty. So couple of Garrett's sitting off of here.
couple of Garrett 25 660s
25, 660.
on the
That's
end
what
of our
that's.
Inconel headers, and
Oh, that's all Inconel?
yeah. Back when we were modeling this, we had them here at first, but then it kind of we lost a lot of ground clearance trying to run the headers underneath. But then if we went around, then there's too much length, so we wanted to try to keep them tight. But we need some of this area here for airbox and filter, so that's why we just brought the turbos out here, and we thought that it'd just be really easy to come around here in the intercooler into the engine.
Yep.
And then you don't have the turbo sitting under the intercooler either, which is also nice. So we might be messing around where we take the exhaust, come out the center, or we might just come straight out, but that's still to be determined. Everybody's voting for center.
Jared's voting center. I hear him over. Did you get some sleep at all?
I did actually.
All
I feel a
right.
little better,
You look way refreshed.
Yeah, I'm a little refreshed. Got one day off, Father's Day.
Oh man.
Yep.
Oh man. That's awesome.
Some of us had Father's Day off. I did too, but like Dimitri and Sandra, they're all here getting all the control strategies going on, you know, the Canva.
I'm glad you guys made this much progress.
Yeah.
It makes me feel better.
Yeah.
I know you guys got to feel a little better.
Yeah, no, I mean, every person involved have been unbelievable. I mean, it's pretty incredible what everybody has been doing, and it's really cool to be a part of.
What's your plan next week?
Sleep.
Sleep?
Oh, you mean next week?
Next week. This next.
Oh,
the next step of this progress.
So this week, right now, we got to finish all the fab work. That's going to happen tomorrow. The end tanks, I don't know if you saw them on the CNC machine. They're being made right now.
Huh.
Let's walk back there real quick. See
All right.
So that's
Wow.
the cap. That's the top cap, roughed in there, and it's coming along.
Man, that looks so cool.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty rad. I mean, he was just roughing it with a 3/4 inch ball mill, so then he's going to go down to the 1/2 inch, do the final pass, flip it upside down, start gutting the inside of it out, and that would be the top cap, and then it'll have a bottom cap here. So if you can imagine, this would be a 3-inch discharge. Mm-hmm. Then will go directly to the throttle body from there.
So cool. So cool texture.
Yeah.
I know it has to be taken down, but
Yeah.
it's just cool to see.
But hopefully we're going to be running that thing overnight.
Yeah,
By tomorrow and Wednesday, I'd love to have the intercooler mounted on there.
for sure.
But things are moving. I mean, it's just a combination of a lot of people who know a lot about what they're doing and working their asses off.
Yeah, can tell.
And then, I don't know, last time you saw the wing, this showed up on Friday. This is the first element of the wing. So it's a dual element made by Virus. These guys are pretty cool to be having them on board on this project. So primary element sits here. Mm-hmm. And secondary bolts right to here and here. And so you can see the entire wing area is as big as that end plate. So
Wow. Yeah.
pretty mondo.
Yeah, that makes it look a bit bigger when you stare at something like that. Then it makes it look huge.
Yeah, you hear the little scale here.
That's massive.
That's the end plate. So that's going to sit right about here.
Wow. Okay.
So this is what it's going to look like.
Can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
I feel like next time I come back, it'll be done.
I don't know if you saw the clutch last time you were here, did you?
No. What? That looks so crazy. Looks so small. It's like a motorcycle clutch.
I know. They said it stalled their dyno at 1,300 pounds of torque. You just don't want to put too much heat in this thing because, I mean, it's 5.5 inches. It'll hold it, but it won't hold sliding or slipping the clutch or anything
Right.
like that very well. But you can see with the stock clutch, what is this one? Off of the normally aspirated Cup Car is literally twice as heavy because they're steel and ceramic pucks versus the carbon. Feel it.
Wow, that's incredible.
Feel that.
Yeah,
But that's still really light.
That's really light, but
This is ridiculous.
that's
This is like,
I gotta do it again. That's incredible. Wow.
yeah, this is cool stuff.
How much do you think that weighs? 7 pounds? If that?
Oh, I don't know. It's shipping scale. I gotta count that. 5.1.
5.1. You have 2 more weeks, but in those weeks you have to also travel out.
Yeah,
And
because
test.
Monday, a week from today, is tech. Tech
Oh,
inspection, so
man.
we have to be in Colorado a week from today. And I'd like to, we're probably before tech, I'd like to get this thing on a track out in Colorado at elevation.
For sure.
So
Just
Monday
to
morning,
test.
I want to be in the seat, ripping. And then Tuesday, we have practice. And what we're going to be working on every night from there on, you know, just keep moving, so.
It's awesome. Well, I can't believe how much you guys have got done in this time already, but I'm gonna get out of here, get out of your hair.
All right.
I'll leave you guys to it.
Always
Next
good
time I
seeing
see you, better be running.